morning and welcome. I lost my sock. Good morning and welcome to a video of just a during the week video that I'm getting ready for my support worker. And another one's come back to us, which was one from before, and they were busy, but they came back anyway. We're chatting with them for another day. We've got many gaps still to fill, but like I said, I'm going slow because we've got to work out what my maximum is that I can handle and get the right fit for everyone. Anyway, oh my goodness, I'm still waking up kind of with the help of my lovely coffee, which is my bestie. My coffee. But I have many things to do, even though you've seen me do my project, and I'm a glutton for punishment, aren't I? But I've got other things I still need to do. I've got to get my neck scanned. It's not good. I've got to get my wrist scanned because that's sore. But anyway, I've got so many things to do. I've got to fix that Christmas tree of lollies from Kmart, from Big W. It's this really tall one. And now that I've seen this awesome, go check out Zesty Girl in my list. If you like shopping, she shows you what's out there right now. And it's very, very lovely. Like, she is just an organizing queen, which is kind of me. Yeah, relatable, right? So anyway, but I saw something on her channel that was like matched this Christmas tree from Big W, which was like a stack of presents on a stand thing. And I thought, ooh. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put resin over the top with extra sprinkles, you know, like sprinkles you put on your hundreds and thousands. And I'm going to put glitter on top just to sparkle it a bit more, because I'm sparkles, man. And then my two bows with my candles. Another YouTuber inspired me. Can you all, ladies, stop. Aussie mum vlogger, she inspired me with some other candles. She always does. Like, there's some similar interest there. So anyway, I'll just blame them. I have to blame myself. I'm not really blaming others. But I've got these beautiful bow candle holders, which are from Kmart, by the way. And some, you know, candles that are safe for people like me. They have batteries in them. They're not going to burn the house down if I bump them. So anyway, I'll show you those ones. Have I got the right remote? Yes, it's the same remote as the other one. So anyway, if you look up there, you will see in a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And no, I don't. I just wanted to stay. Why do you flicker? Don't flicker. Is there a button for not flicker? Just a light. There we go. A non-flicker mode. So anyway, isn't that pretty? I think that's pretty. So anyway, green button doesn't turn it off. Idiot. So yeah, thanks Aussie mum vlogger and Zesty Girl. I had to go shopping because of you two. No, that's just what the influence we have on each other. We're called influencers. Anyway, today it is a new staff member. So my anxiety's for me, because I'm always anxious. You know, it's 22Q, man. It just comes with the territory. I live with it. I don't stress about my anxiety. I tell people my anxiety, like, it's a different kind of anxiety. It's not a social anxiety. I slept well, so I'm ready to meet her. And the main thing that I normally get happy about is not about my events, but is having stuff just hit the fan when they're here, and watching how they handle it. And when they do, at least calmer than me, because me, I just get all upset about the dramas I have to go through sometimes, as in, like, internally you don't really see it, but you know, it's not fun what I have to go through. But when I see that they can handle it and they're calm and they're okay, then I feel good about them being part of the team, you see, because I need someone more, even though they might not be feeling chilled inside, if they just come across that way, it just helps me, you know, get through. So it'll be a great get to know you session, because you know, at first that's how I treat it anyway. I don't know about anyone else with your support workers, but first thing for me is, yes, you've got to know that they know how to deal with, especially me being complex. They must know that, which they get told first up anyway, so we don't sort of hold back on that, because they need to know what they're signing up for. I'm a high medical complex. I'm in the complex side of the NDIS, so I'm more than just a typical NDIS participant. So I make sure that they're okay with that, and then, but my first thing is, you just got to get along. You've just got to share some similar, like, values and morals and interests. That's all, because you're with them. Even though there's plenty of people you can find that have the skills, it's about, this is the trick, guys. It really is. It's about personalities. This is an intimate job. This is why they've given us the choice and control, is to choose people that bring the best out of us, right? And to live our best life, because for some of us, you know, we don't want, like for me, I don't want someone around me 24/7. I have to. It's not a choice. So for that to be palatable, I don't want people that I just don't click with or feel uncomfortable around. And it doesn't make, there's no demonizing people here. It's just everyone's different. That's why we live with people, certain people very specifically only, don't we? You know, people just don't go and just live with anyone. Doesn't work out, right? Same thing. So that'll be the first thing, is you just making sure that, and also the staff member needs to be happy too. I actually think that's another thing. They have to be happy with the work environment, with the work duties, and like the way they are treated. It's a two-way street, right? So anyway, that's what we normally like to cover in the first quite a few sessions before. And being a complex patient, Matt buddy shifts for a long time, because naturally the danger involved, he won't let go until the person is like, I've got this, as in they've learned what they need to learn. So, but at least I'm giving them to their resumes, I have worked with a medically complex patient and survived. Cheers to that. So you might be seeing I'm very puffy. I am completely I have a partial blockage, and I've been here many times before, and to avoid any need for hospital or anything like that, I am under an eating less diet and pumping up anything like licorice and my fruits and fruit juices, and then my bowel meds. Having a hard time. I am having a really, really hard time. So it is really like affecting everything, because my absorption of medicine doesn't absorb very well. I'm also going off my melatonin. Latest research for heart care, it's not advisable. And with my heart, I'm not taking any risks at all for my heart care. So I will be going off liquid melatonin. I was on the compounding one, and I will be going off that now. And I will talk more with my doctor about it. It's already been discussed with the pharmacist and with the internet, the Googs. So I will, talk more about that with my doctor when I see him when he gets back, and explain that, I feel that because now I'm taking my antihistamine at night, that helps me sleep. It's a twofer. It gets me to sleep, and it helps my allergies. I think that's enough. So that's that. So if you want to see the latest research on that, or if you want to ask for the latest research, Sir might be able to direct you. He's the one that found that. And I don't know how peer-reviewed it is or how empirical it is. It's just a study that we came across that we feel is just, for my situation, is like, let's not take any chances. Let's just take me off the melatonin liquid, especially because I'm on an extremely high dose, because my sleep problems are bad because I have calcification of the pituitary gland, which affects sleep. So I have borderline narcolepsy. I have a lot of sleep issues. So anyway, there's a change there. But I'm so puffy, meaning I know it's not, I don't know whether you can see it, guys. You probably see me change shape all the time, but it hurts. My face just feels yucky, even my ears and my hands. And so yeah, I'm a puffer fish. My eyelids are just so swollen that literally when you rub them, they feel bruised. That's how swollen they are. So it's really fun when your bowel doesn't work. And then I had a bit of a Tourette's moment again, but it didn't go far, thank goodness. But it was just a Tourette's exhausting experience last night. My Tourette's just started and didn't stop. Seems to be a late night thing. The more exhausted I get in the day, the Tourette's just comes to the surface, and it makes me hurt my neck. It makes me just exhausted. It makes me sometimes end up staying up a bit later because my body keeps, gosh, you can vocalize as you're falling asleep. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I hope that goes away. I do think that that's just my fevers, but I have a secondary infection in my eyes. I'm on antibiotics for that now. I'm still off antibiotics and on my probiotic for my UTI. Fingers crossed that's not coming back though. That's what we don't know. We're just hoping, because I was on antibiotics for a long time, strong ones. So now I'm on a really expensive, very expensive probiotic. Gosh, so that seems to be doing me some good though. I'm actually feeling benefits of that. So I highly recommend a good probiotic, not inner health, just step it up from there. Like, go get the ones that are really, really, this is for people that mainly have a lot of antibiotics really. But yeah, anyway, I'm on eye stuff, so. Is there ever not an infection with me? No, basically. With Sir, he's lucky, he's normal. He's not actually completely normal. He does have lupus AC. Anyway. Winston's back. Hi, Winston. And even on these gold bows, I might paint on there some resin with some gold fine glitter, just to make the ribbon bit stand out more, maybe. I need to really start to slow down with this mental ADHD problem, because it is affecting my physical health. I mean, my doctor's already had concerns about this by wanting me on medications, but he understands that most of the psychiatrists in Australia are kids, basically, and they just don't focus on the right things. And if they were abiding by the 20Q guidelines, none of us would be worried. But we're going to be like, oh gosh, here they go. How was your childhood? Sorry, what? I am here for ADHD, you idiot. Okay? It's the ADHD that's the problem. But because I'm a chick, we are still back in the old era here in Australia with men towards women. And if I go to a psychiatrist in the public system, they'll be like, oh, let's talk about your childhood. So we've done that. Yeah, that's all over. Healed, moving forward, long time ago. What? And I can't afford to go back to the one I had before because he's private. And I used to have private health cover. We were on 6-figure income. I didn't know this was going to happen. So I can't go back to that one. So, you know, this is just my life. Anyway, but my doctor knows I need to be, I think he sees it in the office. I get bored in a room, okay? Things just come out my mouth. Anyway, ADHD is fun. It can be fun. There's positives to ADHD, but it's naughty. Anyway, I do need help with ADHD. It is bad, and apparently for 22Qers, it is a very bad form of ADHD. It's very hyper, like apparently you're hyperactive on steroids, basically. And I'd agree with that. I've always been like this ever since I was a child. So it is a battle, and with my new project, as you guys know, that's going to take energy. And at first I was going to do 5 days a week, and then I thought maybe I should be doing 3. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I need to just kind of get a bit more pacing going on. Don't laugh at me, you MECFSs who know pacing more than probably the other. I mean, I don't know. You guys might have a spoon. It's the coffee. And it's the bowel thing, you see. Nothing's moving and everything just wants to come back up. Everything I eat wants to come back up. So it's the spoon theory. You could think of it that way. It's the spoon theory, isn't it? But pacing is just like the spoon theory. It's knowing your spoons, knowing how many you need to use and where you need to use them first. And normally that's, eating, hygiene, Bailey basic living things before it's something more exciting. But then again, when you're as bad as me, sometimes everyone helps you with the basic living things so that you can do those fun things, because what's our problem? Fatigue. So, and people might think, oh, that's great. You get out of the setup, the pack up, the this. No. Getting out of life, if you are a healthy-minded person, is torture, actually. It's called like a bundle of depression. A cup of depression, okay? No, I don't take the word no. You go lie down and relax. That does not make me happy, that phrase, okay? I'm not one of those people that goes, sounds wonderful. And I could be crawling on my hands and knees thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to pass out. It's just, I'm so exhausted from what I just did. I'll still be like, oh, help. Yeah, no, I'm going to pass out, but I think I could just pack this one thing up before I pass out. I'm ridiculous, guys. Like, I am my own worst enemy. And it's true. It's true. We're actually talking about that last night, and Sir was like, why are you so hard on yourself? Like, seriously, And I said, my mum and my dad were perfectionists, and it had a negative impact on me. I think even my brother as well. It really did. Being nitpicked for everything, how you look included. It's been hard to break that. That whole thing. It's, your formative years really form who you are when you get older. And look, I am naturally, with my ADHD, I am naturally just an action person. I am an inaction person. Okay, I'm not a stationary person. So this, what I'm going through, is torture for someone like me. This makes me mad that I've been held back at the prime of my life and told, sorry, we're just taking 25, 30 years off your life. No. So this is really tough for me. This is me just resisting to give up. And in my case, guys, the one positive is that's what's going to keep me alive longer, let's be honest, is that determination to live. And it's true, I heard someone else say it, when they realized they were, going to die. I said, yeah, that's how I feel. It's this thing of you realize how wonderful it is to live. So I think that's why it's that plus the ADHD that's making me just go crazy for these things I want to achieve. And it's, I don't know, something that, that's the generation of my grandkids. So there's a little bit of that too. This is for them, even if they don't see it till whenever, even if they don't, realize that right now. Um, everyone needs to feel like they were loved. And if I can make that mark in any way I can for my family, that's my job. Jesus said it. It's my job. I feel like if I strip away all of the worldly crap, what am I here for? I'm here as an elder right now. I'm here to share what I've learned so far. And so that's what I want to do in this phase. I want, and maybe it'll end up attracting a lot of neurodivergent children because, growing up is hard, but growing up neurodivergent is harder. And so if I can just give peace and quiet to their mind and their parents' mind, then that's a good thing. So, but yeah, I'm thinking of doing it 3 days a week, as in like maybe having the show be advertised as Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's what I'm thinking would be sensible. So that's kind of the plan, which means for me, the commitment in the 7 days is 3 episodes. The episodes, like I said, are 4 to 5 minutes ago. It's not long. It's not, well, it's hard for me, but it's not an impossible time frame to produce 3 videos a week that are 4 to 5 minutes of high vibe for 0 to 5. It's not hard at all. If you're a mother, I'm lying. It is hard, but I can do it. I've raised 2 of these little munchkins. My boys are 29 and 31, and that was the easiest mothering time for me. Not because it's easy, because 0 to 5 is the hardest. Teenage years kind of come in and but there's hard pockets of different age groups, but that was when I felt it was most natural for me, most easy. So I'll find it easy, but it will be tiring. But we'll see how we go. We'll see what happens. And we'll see what the demand is, because if there's no demand, it's just bad luck for me, isn't it? It's just bad luck for me. I just spent a whole bunch of money on a project that's not going to go anywhere. But if you don't give it a go, you don't know. So anyway, and it will be a very big test to me being tolerant of the messy stuff that, now that I remember my children being that age, I washed my hands a lot, because I'm not tolerant of sticky and slimy and anything. Just my hands even being half wet, half dry drove me crazy. It's just my autism thing, so that'll be interesting because of the stuff that I'm playing with. But you wait till you see the Play-Doh. I mean, you squish it through with the head and then you cut the hair. Is there not just anything more awesome than that? Yeah, I wanted to be a hairdresser, but you know what I used to think? This is funny. As a teenager, when I thought and considered hairdressing, I was like, but would my OCD and my brain say, just keep cutting, and I'd cut the hair off probably. I don't think I would trust. I cut my own hair because my mum's a hairdresser. I know the tricks. I used to watch how she did it. There's YouTube tutorials as well. But I just know how to do it. I have a knack. It's called engineering your hair, actually. You're just engineering your hair to do what you want it to do, to then be sitting how you want it to sit when it's dry, or being able to style it into a certain way. Like, it really is just engineering the leveling of your hair. Anyway, talk about hair all day. But basically, I can cut my hair, and I know pretty well, like, if I cut this angle, where it's going to go and how it's going to fall. I've learned that over the years. But yeah, so I didn't even know where I was going. I was right with the messiness. But yeah, now that I realise what it was like back then, we will have fun laughing at myself, which what I might show actually is a lot of the behind the scenes on this channel here, so you guys can see the adult funny bits that the kids cannot see, okay? So if you are going to give this channel to a child, I don't exist on this side of the world here, because I don't believe in children swearing. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's funny. That's just my personal opinion, and I wouldn't want to be an influencer on that. So, it is very G. Not even PG, it's G. There is nothing that needs parental guidance. It is G. 0 to 5, okay? And if anything goes naughty, gets cut, you'll see it. They won't. Oh gosh. It could be interesting for you guys too. I mean, come along for the ride anyway, because I think you will enjoy it actually, because the bloopers are going to be funny. I can't even trust myself. I know what I'm going to do. I know. All right. I'm going to be just... Anyway, the name of me is Sparkles. The rubber ducky is Bubbles. And that is the 2 characters in the show only. Occasionally we might have my soft teddies, and you know I have a collection. But I will be sticking away from sort of anything licensed, of course, or anything like that. So this is uniquely my own creativity, just like I do with my art. I have certain art formats that might be just done by other people, and I've learnt through other people, and then I have my own art formats that are uniquely me, because I'm proud of that. I like to be uniquely creative sometimes, as well as be creative all the time. I mean, look at my house. And I'm going to get the same comment today. That's the first thing that I'm going to get told. I love your house. And I'll be like, never heard that before. Never heard that before. I love it, guys. Don't get me wrong. But it's just, to me, it's just weird, because it's like, every house should be like this. What are you talking about? You don't organize your house? You don't have organizational skills? How do you function? That's just me. I have executive functioning problems, and I believe my OCD came from not only my parents, both my parents are organized OCD with, they are very particular, very perfectionistic, but also with my ADHD and my autism and my OCD. It is just it's impossible. I can't just sit and watch something not in its right place. To the point where my son, I saw it on a movie, that's why. I think it was on Unbreakable Me, was it? Or on a different movie? I don't know. I think it was Unbreakable Boy, sorry. Not me. Unbreakable Me. Unbreakable Boy. I think it was. Did he do it to his mother? Was his mother autistic? Anyway, this is what my older son does to me. He'll move an ornament, and he knows I'll notice. He'll move it by an inch. And I'll walk in the room and sit down, and I'll be like, huh. And he'll laugh when he sees me looking at it. And I'll go to straighten, and he goes, Mum, sit down. Relax. I said, you know I can't do that. No. He goes, just let it be there for a little bit and just wait. Thinking he's turning into my Uncle Ray. That's the kind of stuff he used to do. Anyway, he just knows how to stir me, and that's his way of stirring me. It's just, it's our love language. It's his way of saying, you know what, I'm just gonna like stir you up, Mum. I'm just gonna tease you, all right? I'm just gonna like frustrate you a little bit, just to remind you that your son is here. And anyway, I'd go move it back and go, no, leave it. And then he'd go move something else. Anyway, kids, have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Anyway, have a good day or a good night or whatever time of the day it is. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. And thank you for your lovely comments. And yeah, I hope you guys get to enjoy along the way some of the bloopers. I'm sure there'll be plenty. And if you want to watch the channel, you're welcome to. Maybe for an autistic, it might be something that's actually might be catchy and repetitive. That's interesting, but yeah. I am looking forward to just having another project to do personally, but pacing it because I did have the discussion last night. I am realizing my deteriorations, and I think sometimes grabbing a new project is my way of saying I'm not going to let you win, you know. So we'll see how we go. We don't know. At any point, my life can stop completely from many projects. Wouldn't that be sad? But that's just a fact. I have to be prepared for that. I have to understand that. And but while I can, I will. But I do have to pace. I do. Because I am causing myself a lot of pain. So, yeah, don't worry. Thank you. I will be keeping my conscious thought on what I'm doing. Have a good day, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. I looked at my stats, and some of you are not subscribing. Why? If you like my shorts, just subscribe. I do shorts all the time. I will not be stopping doing shorts. Just ignore the longs if you don't like the longs. Please subscribe and stay here. Just for the shorts if it is. Anyway, like, subscribe and comment if you like. I don't normally say that. Anyway, catch you guys later. Bye. And Winston says goodbye. See ya.